Let's explore how to create submission forms in your SmartMatchApp CRM. These forms help you gather important information from potential clients, so it's essential to ensure that you ask the right questions. Before we start building your submission forms, ensure that you have already set up your profile fields and match preference fields. These fields are crucial as they provide you with essential information about your clients. Once you've created all your necessary fields, we can begin creating your submission forms. Begin by clicking on Settings, then Clients, and finally, Submission Forms. You can create a new form from scratch by selecting the plus Submission Form option. Give your form a name and click Save. Your new form will now be visible alongside other existing forms. Click on it to make further modifications. You will notice 3 tabs on top of the submission form: General, Fields, and Style. The General tab offers general settings for your form, such as the name, description, link, and existing client text. In the submission form description, you can add a welcome note for your clients or provide a brief description of the form. You can also customize the existing client text message, which appears when an existing client tries to resubmit the form. The sent text message is the custom message that appears after submitting the form successfully. Moreover, you can choose your form's default language, such as English, German, Dutch, French, Spanish, or Italian. The display mode option lets you customize how your form appears to clients. You can choose the default form or use an iframe or custom template if you prefer to embed it on your website. The Show by Pages feature lets you decide whether to display the form on a single or multiple pages. You can also choose to use CAPTCHA or not. If you're an agency user, you can receive notifications every time someone submits the form by entering the recipient's email addresses, separated by a comma. Additionally, you can add a subject and message to the email and customize it with available shortcodes to include a brief description of the new submission. To make the experience even better, you can also personalize an auto-reply email that your clients will receive after submitting the form to the email address they provided. Other things you can do with your submission form are as follows. You can decide whether to auto-send a profile update request. This works well if you're using a short form. You can also decide whether or not to include a payment. If you want payments upon submission, you need to set up your finances under Settings or activate the Stripe add-on. Just click Yes, and the system will ask you to add a payment description, price, and payment methods. If you have the Member Portal add-on, you can allow auto-create for a client's profile. This sends them an email with a link to their profiles, login information, and the ability to manage their profiles. You can also automatically assign them to a custom plan that you enrolled in your Member Plans add-on. You can add your own redirect URL for clients after they submit the form, as well as include your company's terms and conditions. For premium and enterprise subscriptions, you can automatically assign newly submitted clients to a list, a certain type, or a dedicated agency user. You can also choose to automatically confirm newly submitted clients or subject them to review before allowing them into your database. For privacy and security, you can set an age requirement and use a Google Tag Manager key. If you want, you can duplicate or delete the form entirely. Now, let's scroll back up and click on the Fields tab of your submission form. Here, you can choose which questions to ask your clients based on the profile and match preference fields you've created. Clicking Actions will give you the option to add profile fields, location fields, match preference fields, photo and video fields, or even create a new group of fields. To add a field, simply select Add Field and choose the profile field you want to add. You can then add it to any group of fields in your form. If you want to add a match preference field, select Add Match Preference Field and choose the field you want to add. You can rearrange the fields in any order you prefer. You can also add help text to give a brief description of the field or add a note to your clients. You can decide whether to make a field required or not, and you can see the field type from here. If you need to move a field to another group or remove it from your submission form, simply click the 3 dots. You can also rearrange the order of groups or delete an entire set of fields if needed. Lastly, let's check out the Style tab. If you have a website of your own, You can add your custom CSS codes in the space provided to make sure that your form looks the way you want it to be. Creating submission forms is an essential part of your SmartMatchApp CRM. By asking the right questions, you can gather important information about your clients, which helps you provide them with better services. So, let's get started and create your submission forms today.